Hello everyone, we'll solve question number 14 now in the exercise 4 about reconstruction of partnership. So I'll read the question first of all, then we'll try to prepare the necessary things for this sum. So it is given Dattu, Daya and Tarak are the partners of a partnership firm sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 4:3:2. Their firm's balance sheet as on 31/3/17 is as under. Then the balance sheet of the firm is given as on 31/3/17. Liability side capital accounts of partners, reserves where general reserve and workers accident compensation fund available. These are called as accumulated profits. 9% bank loan, creditors, bills payable and bank overdraft. Asset side land and building, machinery, furniture, investments. Then debtors minus bad debts. This is our loss, completely a loss. Okay, so that we do not have to consider. So the actual balance of debtors we have to consider is 76,000 minus bad debts reserve 6,000. Okay, bills receivable, stock, cash balance and profit and loss account. Asset side given means it is a debit balance, that is our loss. What it is a debit balance means a loss. Okay, as on above date of balance sheet, partners changed profit loss sharing ratio to 1:1:1. That is the new ratio. Old ratio is this one, 4:3:2. Okay, and the following revaluation account is prepared for the revaluation of assets and liabilities. So revaluation account is already prepared and given to us. Okay, so see, revaluation account debit side they are given to machinery account, to furniture account, investment account, bad debts reserve account, stock, outstanding expense and bank overdraft. Debit side of revaluation account means it is called decrease in asset or increase in liability, that is our loss. Okay, credit side of revaluation account, land, building, creditor, income receivable account and partners capital account where it is a loss given. So credit side of revaluation account, this one is called as what? Increase in asset or decrease in liability our profit, and this is our loss, excess of loss, right, over income. So that is our net loss available due to revaluation. After that it is given a claim of rupees 5,000 was against workers accident compensation fund. A claim of rupees 5,000 against what? Workers accident compensation fund. So now workers accident compensation fund is 23,000. In your balance it is available, out of which how much the claim of workers accident compensation? 5,000. So out of 23,000, 5,000 is our liability. So we have to only distribute amount of workers accident compensation it is 23,000 minus 5,000 means 18,000. That is what we have to keep in mind. I will show you the journal entry also and we'll record it in our accounts also. Okay, from the above information write journal entries and prepare partners capital account and balance sheet after revaluation. Revaluation account we don't have to prepare, it is given, so we have to prepare only partners capital accounts and balance sheet, and also we have to pass journal entries. So for that purpose we have to prepare journal entries column for journal entries. So journal entries I have prepared column for that. Okay, and also we have to prepare partners capital accounts. There are 3 partners, so I have kept the 3 columns for the amount purpose for 3 partners, Dattu, Daya and Tarak. And also I have to prepare a balance sheet, that I have already prepared. Okay, now we'll move on recording the effects step by step. So what is the first step? First step is to record the balances of capital accounts. So balance of capital accounts of partners 1,50,000 and 50,000. So that is recorded in the partners capital accounts on credit side as by balance brought down, which is available 1,50,000 and 50,000. That is the balance which we have to record. Second step is to distribute the accumulated profit or loss available in your balance sheet. Okay, so accumulated profit, like what is available in our balance sheet? General reserve and accident compensation fund after deducting claim, and loss available profit and loss account. So this we have to record. So first of all, we'll write journal entries and then we'll record it in our account. So first journal entry for general reserve. The general reserve is our profit. Always have a which balance? Credit balance. So now to distribute among the partners, general reserve account will be debited. So what is the journal entry? What is the journal entry for general reserve? First one I am writing general reserve account debit to Dattu's capital account, to Daya's capital account, and to Tarak's capital account. General reserve is available 36,000. So it is debited by 36,000. Now it is distributed among the partner in their old ratio. Old ratio in the sum it is available 4:3:2. So according to this, the distribution will be total share 9. So it is 36 upon 9 means 4,001 shares. So 4 4s are 16,000, 4 3s are 12,000, and 4 2s are 8,000. According to this, it is recorded in the capital accounts on credit side. So on the credit side of capital account, we can write by general reserve account, which is 16,000, 12,000, and 8,000. Similarly, now second one is available, workers accident compensation fund 23,000, and there is a claim of how much? 5,000. So now the journal entry for this second one, we have to close the accident compensation fund account. So the entry will be workers accident compensation fund account debit by 23,000 total to workers accident compensation claim account, that is by how much? 5,000, and remaining will be distributed among partners now. So to Dattu's capital account, to Daya's capital account, and to Tarak's capital account, right? So what is remaining balance? 23 minus 5 means 18,000, which is also distributed in the ratio 4:3:2. So 18,000 we have to distribute in the ratio 4:3:2. So 18,000 divided by 9, that is 2,000 one share. 2,000 into 4, 8,000, 2,000 into 3, 6,000, and 2,000 into 2, 4,000. So accordingly, now accident compensation claim is our liability, so it is recorded in the balance sheet on liabilities side. See, one by one like this you have to give the effect. So liability side of balance sheet, first you have to write title capital accounts, under which there are three partners. You have to write Dattu, Daya, and Tarak. Later on we'll write their closing capital. Then we can write over here workers accident compensation claim, which is how much? 5,000, and the partners capital accounts are credited for the remaining amount, that is shown in their capital accounts credit side by workers accident compensation fund, which is we have distributed 8,000, 6,000, and 4,000, correct? And there is still one reserve available or loss available we have, that is profit and loss account. How much it is given? 27,000. So now we are going to distribute loss among the partners. So the journal entry for this will be, it is a loss means debit balance, so it is credited and capital accounts will be debited. So the Dattu's capital account debit, Daya's capital account debit, Tarak's capital account debit, to profit and loss account. Profit and loss account credited by 27,000 and distribute again among the partners in their old ratio 4:3:2. So one share will be 27,000 upon 9. It will be 3,000. So 3,000 into 4, 12,000. 3,000 into 3, 9,000, and 3,000 into 2, 6,000. And it will be recorded in capital accounts on debit side. It is a loss. So partners capital accounts debit side, you can write to profit and loss account, which is 12,000, 9,000, and 6,000. That was the second step, recording the accumulated profits or loss account. So that we have completed. Now third step, recording the adjustments. So instead of adjustment, they have given this revaluation account. So adjustment about the revaluation of assets and liabilities only will be there. So this will record now, revaluation account effect. So we'll complete first debit side, or if you want to complete first profit side, this one, and then debit side, that is also okay. And according to the assets available, you can go according to these assets also, using the liabilities and assets given. It is whichever you go way, it is all correct only. I will go according to this revaluation account only, okay, and accordingly only I will record in the balance sheet and the effect in our journal entries and capital account. Okay, the first one I will record these two together, these two assets, machinery and furniture, recorded on debit side of revaluation account. So what is the journal entry? Revaluation account debit to machinery account to furniture account. You can write journal entries accordingly. Okay, now you know, as it is in the 11th standard you have studied. So I will write that entry first of all. It is revaluation account debit to machinery account and to furniture account. Now machinery is available 35,000 and furniture 5,000. So revaluation account debited by 40,000, right? Now it is machinery and furniture account debited means recorded, credited means what? It is a loss, right? It is shown in the revaluation account debit side means there is a decrease in the value of asset as a loss. So we'll show it effect in the balance sheet on asset side. So on the asset side of balance sheet, first we'll record the machinery balance. It is available in your old balance sheet. How much? 80,000. So I'll write over here machinery in the inner column 80,000 minus decrease by 35,000. So in the outer column balance 45,000. And similarly furniture also will write. The furniture in the old balance sheet, it is available at 20,000 minus decrease 5,000. So in the outer column it will be how much? 15,000. And that we have recorded in journal entry as well as in revaluation it is available. So it is over. Now in the revaluation, next one is available investment 3,000. That is again decrease in investment, our loss 3,000. So the journal entry you can write is, again it is available in revaluation account debit side. So what is the entry we can write? Revaluation account debit to investments account, that is by how much? 3,000, right? So there is a decrease in investment by 3,000. So that effect we can record in the balance sheet again on asset side. We'll find out the investment balance. So see the investments available, how much? By 15,000. Record it in the balance sheet again on asset side. Investments 15,000. Below this minus decrease by 3,000. So the investments will be now 12,000. Then on the debit side, next one is available bad debts reserve 10,000. Now we all know bad debts reserve recorded over here is the difference of the new minus old. So new minus old means new is more and old is less. There is an increase in the bad debts reserve by how much? 10,000. At present how much the bad debts reserve is available? 6,000. So Now we have to record bad debts reserve 10,000 more. That means bad debts reserve will be now 16,000. The journal entry we can write is revaluation account debit to bad debts reserve account, right? So I will show the journal entry first. In the journals, write down next entry, revaluation account debit to bad debts reserve account, which is 10,000 only, because in revaluation account it is available at 10,000. That means there is an increase in revaluation bad debts reserve by how much? 10,000. Now in the balance sheet, when you have to record the bad debts reserve with increased amount. So we'll record over here debtors first of all on the asset side of balance sheet. Now how much the debtors we have to take? So debtors we have to take after deducting the loss. Actual loss is given, so actual balance of debtors is how much now? 76,000. That you have to record. And from this we have to deduct bad debts reserve, which is increased by 10,000. That is 6,000 already reserve available plus 10,000. That is how much? 16,000. So the balance of debtors we have available how much? Is 60,000. Okay. Then in the revaluation account debit side, stock is available 3,000. That is a loss again. That is a decrease in stock by 3,000. Journal entry you can write, what is the entry? Revaluation account debit to stock account. Okay, so that you write down in your journal part, revaluation account debit to stock account 3,000, and I will show the decrease in stock. So for that purpose, stock we have to record in our balance sheet. How much the stock is available? 15,000. So write down again on asset side, stock in the inner column 15,000 minus decrease by 3,000. So in the outer column, how much the balance of stock now remains? 12,000, right? Similarly, outstanding expense now 2,000. Outstanding expense is known as your liability. That is we have to record in our balance sheet, right? And its journal entry, revaluation account debit to outstanding expense account. Okay, so journals you write in your journal part, revaluation account debit to outstanding expense account, and its effect will be recorded in our balance sheet on liabilities side. Write down outstanding expense. It is available 2,000. How much it is given? 2,000, right? Similarly, next one is bank overdraft interest 1,500. So bank overdraft interest also recorded in revaluation account debit side, means there is an outstanding interest available. That is outstanding interest means it is our liability. So increase in liability, journal entry, revaluation account debit to bank overdraft interest account 1,500. Okay, and its other effect, due to this interest on overdraft, our liability will increase. Liability of what will increase? Bank overdraft will increase. So this interest on overdraft will be added to bank overdraft. So on the liability side, I will write first of all bank overdraft, which is available 8,000 in our balance sheet. Below this, plus outstanding interest, which is given 1,500. So in the outer column it is 9,500. So debit side of revaluation account is over. I hope that you wrote these 3 journal entries. I have not recorded these 3 entries. Okay, I will show you these entries now. Okay, so these entries I have already discussed with you, so accordingly you have to write it. Okay, now credit side of revaluation account. Credit side of revaluation account means what? It is our profit. Profit means increase in asset or decrease in liability. That is what you have to remember. Okay, so entry for this first one, it is land and building account debit to revaluation account. How much? By 10,000. So it is said that we have increased land building by how much? 10,000, right? The first I will write the journal entry. In the journals part, next number whatever you have number, write down that after recording that remaining entries of the debit side, and then write down the entry for this land and building. It is land building account debit to revaluation account by 10,000, and its effect now in our balance sheet, that we have to show as increase in the land building. So So on the asset side, first write down the land building given in your balance sheet, which is 90,000 available. I will write on asset side land building 90,000 plus increase by 10,000. So in the outer column it is how much we have, 1 lakh. Got it? Similarly, there is creditors available 6,000 on the credit side. So again there is a profit that is called as decrease in liability of creditor by how much, 6,000. Journal entry, what we can write again, it is given on the credit side of revaluation account. So the entry will be creditors account debit to revaluation account, which is by how much, 6,000, right? And its effect in our balance sheet, that is we have to show decrease in our creditors. So first we'll write the balance of creditors available in our old balance sheet. So write down below on the liability side of our revised balance sheet, creditors are given 50,000, write down in the inner column, minus decrease by 6,000. So in the outer column balance is how much, 44,000, right? And on the credit side of revaluation account, it is given income receivable 3,000. That is our receivable income, means an asset. So new asset we are recording, which is again our profit. So the journal entry will be receivable income account debit to revaluation account, which is by, it is given 3,000, and it is receivable income, means our asset. So where it is recorded, in the balance sheet on asset side, receivable income, it is 3,000 available, receivable income 3,000. And the last thing is regarding this loss in your revaluation account, that is a loss distributed among partners. So the journal entry, partners capital accounts debit to revaluation account, that I will show you over here, the entry. So write down in your journal part, the last journal entry, this one is, it is Dattu's capital account debit, then Daya's capital account debit, then Tarak's capital account debit to revaluation account, right? And the values are available, 18,000, 13,500 and 9,000, total 40,500. And where it is recorded, in the partners capital accounts on debit side. So debit side of the partners capital account, write down to revaluation account, which is a loss, okay, 18,000, then 13,500 and 9,000. This is what the effect of that revaluation loss. So revaluation account is over, this adjustment is also over. So now last step, what is the last step? Recording the remaining balances from your old balance sheet into the new balance sheet as its same value. So now we'll move on the balance sheet part. See now, in your old balance sheet, first of all on liability side, capital accounts are recorded, general reserve and accident compensation fund recorded, 9% bank loan is remaining to write, 40,000. So write down in your balance sheet on liability side, 9% bank loan, 9% bank loan, which is available how much, 40,000. So balance 40,000 as it is, no change. Then On the liability side, what is next remaining? Creditors are recorded, but bills payable is remaining 20,000, and overdraft is already recorded. So bills payable we have to record. So write down again on liability side, bills payable by how much? 20,000, as it is, no change. Now on asset side, see the asset side. What is remaining to record? Find out. From the beginning you have to check. Land and building, machinery, furniture, investments recorded, debtors recorded, bills receivable is remaining to write 5,000. So write down on asset side, it is bills receivable, which is given 5,000. Then next is stock recorded, cash balance is remaining to record 55,000, profit and loss account is recorded. So now only one thing is remaining to record, cash balance. Cash balance 55,000. So all the effects are over. Now what is remaining? The balances of this capital. So now we'll close our capital accounts and we'll record the balances of capital in our capital accounts balance sheet. Okay, we'll transfer them in the balance sheet also after finding the balances of capital. So we'll close this capital account. Accordingly we'll record the effect. So first of all, total of the partners capital account, credit side is more for all the partners. For first partner 1,24,000, then 68,000 second partner total, and third partner total 62,000. So over here 1,24,000, 68,000 and 62,000. Now difference to balance carried forward. So according to the balances available over here, the difference we got 94,000, 45,500 and 47,000. This is their closing capital. This will be recorded in our balance sheet. So in the balance sheet on liability side, first partner capital is 94,000 in the inner column, second partner 45,500, and the last partner is 47,000. This total we have to write in outer column, which is 1,86,500. Now the total of the balance sheet, which we have to confirm on both the sides. So the total of the balance sheet on both the sides is 3,07,000. This is how we can prepare the balance sheet and capital account with the help of revaluation account. Okay, so this is the end of this question. In the journals you can write the total over here, whatever it will be there according to your journal entries. I have not wrote few journal entries, so that is I am not writing the total. Okay, so this is your capital accounts and the balance sheet of the firm after the reconstruction. That is your answer.